Greetings, galactic liberated team of the New Jerusalem, rising up through the ascending energies of the golden age of light, the eternal golden light, the golden life of infinite love and infinite abundance for all sentient beings. I am now receiving so many downloads and activations I can't even keep up, but I'm going to save to the end of today's transmission a download about removing a layer of the archonic programming of the false matrix of fear for this final push, for this final activation, as we navigate through the energies of the collective great awakening and quantum leap of consciousness from Homo sapien to Homo luminous, beings of light. So thank you all for joining me on this mission, joining our team, touching wings with our angelic legion of light of the 144. I'd like to thank everyone too for your financial support on Patreon. I uploaded today a download I received yesterday of a new healing modality with crystals. So that'll be on Patreon today. If you'd like to support my work and mission, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/prime disclosure. Also, I'm going to try something new. We're at the top of each video. I'm going to pin a post that thanks the collective for supporting me in my work with a link to Patreon. So under that pinned post, you can ask me a question of the day. I'll go back to the video from the day before and answer 2 to 3 questions at the end of every transmission. This is something new that my guides are having me try and see if that helps build our team and support on Patreon. Also, I'm going to be uploading more training and more sacred moments of my journey to the sacred condor through Patreon. And I'll be doing some raffle and drawing with spiritual gifts for those that support myself and our team on Patreon. I'm also contemplating opening a dojo to teach healing arts and martial arts somewhere, maybe around Clark County in Washington. But I would need so many people's support before I would do that, and commitment. I'm seeing potentially teaching twice a week, many different arts, but it would have to be in person. So I'd have to have enough people to make it worthwhile to do that. But I'll keep you all up to date on that. My guides and the angelic team are saying to keep things flowing as I am doing these daily transmissions until January 1st. So we'll see what happens by that time and what manifests. Many people are contacting me about supporting me on the mission for securing property. I'm going to need 2 locations for what myself and Condor and my Soul Star family have vision for what we're going to bring to humanity. And obviously I need a place to live. I can't live in my van forever, or from hotel to Airbnb, and it's very expensive living that lifestyle. I'd like to thank Divine Bro, Star of the Light, powerful angelic brother Preston Raven, for reaching out to offer his support and helping me procure some property. Thank you, brother of the light. We will be in touch. So we have some very powerful transmissions today for all of you as you're all being activated and prepared for this great event. Now, several people are asking me if the event or solar flash will occur on December 21st. The only answer I give is only don't know. It's the Zen way. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I don't know if I will be here December 21st. As a warrior of light, we live each day as if it's our last. We use death as an advisor, so no one knows. To me, in my perception and awareness, the event is what the Christians call rapture, and the rapturing of consciousness, which is the rising, the ascension. And no one knows the exact date or time, and I know through transmissions that other channelers and light workers are seeing that this event on December 21st, we know that this is a very powerful alignment of celestial, but I never give dates myself, and I try to assist people to remove all expectations and practice appreciation and living from your heart. That's what is important, and that's what holds power, is living in the now and living in unconditional love. Everything else is irrelevant. Although we have these times like December 21st, 2012, this solstice as anchor points in the space-time continuum for awakened beings of light to anchor in their codes, their awareness, their frequency into those points in time as catalysts for change, as catalysts for what we call the acceleration of consciousness or the expansion of consciousness. And their key points in the timelines of consciousness to experience all simulated realities. And the simulation itself is neutral. It's not good, bad, right, or wrong, but it is up to us as conscious, collective co-creators to manifest heaven on earth. And that's what's important. The event is now. We are the event. We are awake. We are aware. We are the manifestors. And together as a collective legion of star blossoms, star seeds that came to this world to bring peace, to bring the love, to bring the faith, the courage for all sentient beings. And you're doing an amazing job. And myself and our team, our higher dimensional galactic federation of light and life, thank all of you for joining us on this great mission, and all the ascended masters and all our ancestors and the sky beings, the thunder beings are with us now to assist us on this final mission. And love has won victory to the light, victory to life, to breath, to source, here now, through the rainbow bridge of this sacred temple, the sacred vessel. We had a few days of calm on the Schumann resonance. Today it manifests as 9 hertz, which 9 of completion, and the Council of 9 is gathering and are here now. And this is symbolic. We had 166 M1.5 or greater earthquakes. That's the code of the 13 of the Divine Goddess. The most powerful on the Ring of Fire of Lemuria with a 5.8 in Indonesia. The shamans there are holding the codes, the highest codes. We also had a 4.7 magnitude earthquake, South Shetland Islands. That is the tip of the trunk of the elephant of Antarctica, Ganesh. We had in the sacred portal in Chile a 4.5 with another 9 manifestation. In Taiwan on the Ring of Fire, 4.8 with the 12 Divine Goddess. Tonga, 4.6, also with Lemurian energy. Loma Linda, California, 3.4. China Lake Acres, California, 3.6. Tonopah, Nevada, 3.6. We have the 99 Tengri of the sky beings activated now. We had a powerful 3.1 in the heart of Lemuria, the island of Hawaii, with our kahuna brothers and sisters anchoring and holding the codes of Lemuria, the Divine Goddess, the Divine Feminine, the Magdalene, the Shakti. It is the heart of the Condor, Divine Goddess, my queen of everything, Solomon, the soul of the moon, the sun and moon, the yin, the yang, with a 5.1 of the 6 energy, Solomon Island, also of Lemuria, Indonesia, another 4.6, Colombia, South America, one of the most northern points, in Colombia, 4.8 with the 12 energy, Chile and the sacred portals of our powerful mountains of the sacred Condor, 4.2, Japan, 5.0, Argentina in the sacred Andes Mountains, 4.5, another 9 manifestation, Taiwan, 4.7, in the heart of the United States, Medford, Oklahoma, 3.0, Indonesia, another 4.3 with the 7, and then in the crown of Lemuria, crown of the Queen, Sandpoint, Alaska, 3.7, 37 into the 73, heaven on earth, the 1010 portal, the first portal to my sacred Condor. And then in one of the most southern tips of our beloved Africa in South Africa, Western Cape, just northwest of Cape Town, with a powerful activation, 3.5 with the 8 energy. That's 33.383 latitude, 17.93 longitude, 3333, the 369 of the Tesla code into this 17, manifesting the 73. Puerto Rico with the Atlantean energy 3.0, Papua New Guinea 5.4, another 9 code, Vanuatu 4.8, in the sacred portal of Greece, a 4.4 manifestation with the 8 code, and then in Guatemala, Central America, home of our beloved Mayan people, Mayan Legion with a 4.2, another 6, the 66 code of the 12, Divine Goddess. We start today's first transmission from Divine Sister of the Light Galaxy Girl, the Seraphim, Space for Peace. We are Seraphim. We speak from above the 100th octave. We surround Creator in the heavenly lights where all is light, love, and creative potential. Your realm is a troubled one. When the interdimensional rift occurred and Gaia lowered her frequency to accommodate the lessons, all upon her were affected, and still are to this day. Although you are far from our vantage point, dimensionally speaking, it is not because there is anything wrong with you. You are not punished. You, starseeds, volunteered to sacrifice, to come, to shine, to release those in bondage who are unaware they are caged. Creator is always in various forms of expression, creating, expanding. We, Seraphim, watch, we guard, we sing. We hold the light, hope, and promise of love light that is the universal fabric of time and beyond. Time is an illusion. You are living in an illusion that is crumbling, and you know this. You feel this. Some of you see the interdimensional glitches in the various parallel realities and timelines that are converging currently on your world's trajectory. We applaud your awareness. We encourage you to shine more brightly. More peace is needed. You are to anchor it. Do not partake in the dissension. Hold the space for peace. We came through today, for we, Seraphim, hold space. We hold space for those who cannot. We have been supporting your realm as we surround Creator and love light. We do more than your ancient books portray. We are serving with great tenacity, love, fervor. We are intense in our service and our light. You would be blinded by our light while in human physical form. Perhaps you would be blinded by your own light as well. Could you see it as clearly as we can? We are Seraphim. Holy, holy, holy. Holy is this moment of moments. Holy is the breath of time. This fragment of reality that is in the process of shattering so that all can witness and experience its rebirthing. Holy, holy, holy are all of the blessings from Creator to flood this realm. We anoint you with this hope. Feel your angel wings beat behind you. Feel your heart flutter with the thrill and joy of this hope. This inner knowing cannot be taken away from you unless you allow. Do not allow the view of another to take away this hope. It is your gift to humanity. They will need it to hold on to the light as they grapple with the mistruths and disharmonies that they are presented with. Holiness can be found in all moments. This may raise hairs on one's head. We are aware this is a potentially enraging statement when viewed from your standpoint, but think outside of your standpoint. You are multidimensional. Your wounds, your pain, has healed your ancestral lines. Those who have struggled with many of the dire circumstances of Earth have in turn found their healing and healed the collective, in part through their experience. The angels weep and rejoice. Sometimes holiness is found from outside of your perspective. That does not negate its validity. It is a valid emotion to be filled with disharmony, but let it clear you. Allow it to move through you, and in so doing you are transmuting. You are processing the pain of many others. The dark ones, we send light. We send light, and in so doing they are weakened, their darkness is diluted. We are Seraphim. There are a legion of us assigned strictly to this project, and to ensure the safety and ascension of Gaia, you have the support. There are many holy moments. All things are in the process of realignment back to the original purpose of love. Creator is love. You, as aspects of Creator, are love. You are love. Therefore, you have the power of the universe behind you, for all is love. The illusion can no longer exist, for the energies are not conducive to its support. We, Seraphim, see with all-seeing vision of the light behind the moment. Where you see and experience this reality, you see and feel the lower energies. We experience and see this through your eyes, and we can empathize with your pain. They are weeping, but in the same breath of a moment where all seems lost, all is being found, for we see the skies filled with light. We see Mother, Father, we see Creator. We feel the love pulsing through every quadrant towards Gaia, to unfold her in the highest of light octaves. Within these words are encodements from our dwelling place. We bathe you in light. This is how we could state truly that all is holy, for all exists now. That which is the antithesis of light is being brought back to love. The pain will be healed, forgotten, only lessons remembered. It is in this space of interplanetary change and development that is paramount that you understand the validity of your emotions. Feel deeply so that you can change the moment to love. Welcome it into your cellular structure. It is the backbone energy of the crystalline galactic human, which you are all in process of rapidly becoming. We see you as this already, for it has already been achieved from our vantage point outside of time. Holy, holy, holy is this moment of interplanetary change, of uplifting into the light, for the light sees all things. The light blesses all things, and all things are lifted up in the process, becoming yet more of it. We see more light and love for this realm. We see deep healing and inner cleansing, work affecting all ancestral and future lineages. You are the lineage makers, for you are healing the lineage of your own DNA and Gaia's. You are grounding this higher dimensional frequency with tenacity and fervor as we send it through from our realm to yours. Find the holiness, the peace, the breath of the moment. We are Seraphim. We surround you in our holy wings of light, around your holy temple. We are Seraphim. Galaxy Girl from eraoflight.com. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Celia Fenn. The sun is changing and activating, and as we open and activate our solar chakra portal, we are connecting with deeper levels of creative power for the 7th dimensional Nova Terra Elysium. Next, we will align with the great central sun on the 21st of December, which is our 9D galactic alignment. So much is happening that it is important to remember to stay grounded and deeply connected to New Earth Gaia, our beautiful 5D planetary home. Walk in nature, work in your garden, feed and water your plants, take care of your animals, feed the birds, enjoy all that is given to us in this natural world. These are the creations of spirit, delivered to us via the solar logos, or the word made manifest. The Creator spoke, and so it was and is. And we are also learning to speak truth and manifest in clarity and transparency, wearing the solar crown of creative power and love. Have a wonderful week, everyone. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Karen Lithica, Light Body Expansion 2020 through 2021. We ask you to see the current window of light as an opportunity to expand your light body, to see your multidimensional capabilities expanding, so you lead into an ever-expanding light event of infinite proportions. As your DNA is activated, expanding your light body capabilities, we ask you to see the bigger light picture, dear one, for your infinite expansion is at an ever-expanding threshold like never before. You are taking leaps and bounds in your multidimensional development. As your light body is expanding to the New Earth light format, I was provided with a vision today of the great light body expansion that is underway, dear family. I saw my own light body calibrating in the future of our world, the vision of a lighter form, the whole new approach to living with a new light body format. For this is the future, family. As advanced souls, we are assisting the upgrade of Gaia's construct, updating the construct of light, as we anchor light into Gaia's construct and upgrade our light body. No, 2021 is an integral year for light body expansion, as 2020 was the starting point, the downloading of planetary light codes to shift the momentum to a new level, as new light codes in 2021 will assist our transformation. To enhance your light body expansion, we ask you to connect to a daily vibrational expansion message. Connect to your heart, breathe in light, and say, I am love, I am light, I am a universe of light. Feel into the expansive love frequencies and feel into your light body expansion. We ask you to continue this until December 21st, planetary conjunction. With sincere love and blessings, Light Family, the Ascension Light Family, and Karen Lithica from KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Elizabeth Peru, urgent energy update. Beloved ones, over the coming 24 hours, the final eclipse season of 2020 begins. It's the 2-week lead-in to the first full moon lunar eclipse on November 30th. The cosmos is calling you to cleanse and clear your life. Are you feeling the call? If there's something deeply personal that only you can solve and bring healing to, then accept the challenge. The time has come. You are under the spotlight of your own soul truth. This energy holds you to account for the next 6 weeks. From ElizabethPeru.com and from Divine Sistar of the Light, Carolyn, Servant of Yahweh. You are walking your own path, going in the opposite direction of everyone around you. It's clear and obvious to you the level of freedom and sovereignty you have attained, choosing yourself and the Most High first. Parallel universes and universal timelines are coming into play now. We are at a juncture point today. The 144,000 are on a new level, lighting up, ready to blast off and up 33. The bloodline of Adam and the kings of Christ through the Holy Grail bloodline of the King of the Messiah has been freed completely. The seed point that created the distorted masculine in the bloodline has been removed for good. With yesterday's Scorpio new moon, we cracked the code and found the pearl to receive another level of freedom and new beginnings. This is collapsing universal timelines to ground zero, which is creating the threshold needed for the 144 to go back home into the light of your Holy Grail union. More karma is clearing and balancing in your chakra points, forcing your harmonic tone to vibrate back into your original soul essence of the golden ratio match to our Father who art in heaven. 144. The two become one. We have cleared the seed point of isolation, heartbreak, and emotional unfulfillment in our tribe. Thank you, beloveds. We did it with great success. You have ascended and destroyed the narcissistic codependent cycle at this seed point. All praises to the Most High. This is the new juncture point of you becoming a soul flame match with your Holy Grail counterpart. One tone, hearts ablaze. Continue releasing the purification that is happening for your 369 alchemical union. Things are happening in the ethers that you don't see, but know that what's got to go is collapsing right now. Focus on chakra balancing, energy healing, and supporting your purification, especially of your lower chakras and organs. The new is entering just as rapidly as the old is leaving, so be aware and listen to what your body needs and wants, as it is in constant change throughout the day and night until complete. And today, from Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA by Richard Rudd, Gene Key 14, November 16th through November 21st, 2020. Compromise, competence, bounteousness. The more consistently we love someone, the more our love will, over time, melt them. Love is a fire that cannot be resisted. As we ascend the ladder of frequency, more will come to us. More joy, more love, more money, more friends, more of everything beautiful. The formula that takes us there, one word, gratitude. Excerpt from the 64 Ways. And from the Yi Ching, classic Book of Change or Book of Fortune from our Chinese ancestors. Possession in great measure, fire over heaven's crown. The rapturous flame is fueled by the light of creation. Bounteousness is rapturous beauty. Competence is light and fresh. Compromise is desire and entropy. Passionate creation, spirit growing. The superior man represses evil and nurtures virtue in accordance with the benevolent will of heaven. To live a life of genius, we have to start believing in ourselves again. We have to get in touch with our hearts and our dreams. We may also feel we're trapped if we've been living a very compromised life, but we're never trapped. Richard Rudd, 64 Ways, from GeneKeys.com. Today from the Archangelic Calendar, Gaia is in the element of spirit, water, and fire, an adaptation of a higher version of the spirit element called the multiverse setting. All of these higher elemental settings do not have fixed elements, only tendencies. This setting is ultimately affecting the timelines of our now and the others around us. The calendar changes are quantifying what we are experiencing to provide an accurate gauge of where we are in space and time. Wandering in the desert for 40 years was not an option for us. Instead, we navigate the quantum field with great mastery. We are expanding way beyond Christ consciousness, thus we can expect the calendar category to change as well, as we no longer need to calculate it. Diwali is a holiday that we choose to observe as it is a celebration of the light forces who came before. This is truly a reason to reflect in admiration. Diwali, being very Lakshmi-oriented, has made the calendar do a double jump again. This motion also coincides with a new moon, causing an additional double jump and a drastically increased white magic median. 2 days into the 144-hour day, it is clear how drastically different the macro settings are from what they were on the previous timelines. The other wild card is that the season changes shortly, which will undoubtedly change what we are experiencing once again. It's terrific that this report can stick to its theology before, after, and during the chaos of Earth. The only being we advocate for is your inner higher self. Everything else we call it, as we see it, is non-objectively. I hate to burst anyone's bubble, but this calendar is for all people, all ideologies, all walks of life. We are unifying all people of light, which crosses all borders, boundaries, and thought patterns. The sun and moon will be more in sync than ever before. The moon's double jump made much of this happen, and it is now equally embedded in the light. Important motions as we settle into 5D. Life is 1% what happens and 99% how you react. Humanity is about to become the poster boy for this statement. There is no denying that since we removed the metaphysical backing behind the linear calendar, days, weeks, and months have become irrelevant. Factions coming out of Germany will make themselves known. Not all of these groups are benevolent. None of them will be sufficient. Science confirms that we can manipulate the quantum field in 11 dimensions. This is the short list, but it is a step in the right direction. Stubborn egos will die a challenging and dramatic death. Disclosure will be in the most unlikely of places. A message from the distant magnetar awaits our legions. Please tune in at your leisure. Get used to space traffic above my residence. I apologize in advance to the neighbors. Philosophical buffet. There is a planet where up is down and down is up. It rains rocks and the rivers are lava, but the people there are delighted. All of this is normal to them. They would come to this planet and think the clear skies and abundant earth waters were strange. We must keep in mind the extremely eclectic perspectives that we will encounter as our galactic family becomes part of our daily lives. Cardinals can carry the consciousness of someone in the non-physical back and forth when needed. This trick is common as many non-physical beings talk to their physical friends and loved ones this way. Society is not conducive to freedom. It is a method of control. Now that we have a higher median consciousness, nothing less than the full liberation of the earth is acceptable. Romancing your ideology to fit your stance because the other way is too rigid is non-spirituality. It's quitting. Unconscious, toxic spirituality is one thing, but knowing that it is such and convincing yourself it is not because you are not willing to put in the effort to develop it at a much more egregious offense. Even though romancing other people's ideology is even worse offense, it is at least an unconscious choice. There are so many false messages. Do not preach ignorance. If you are searching, keep searching. There is no shame in this. We understand that higher dimensional purpose is not for everyone, but we take exception when a false narrative is present. This pompous attitude has been adopted by spiritual traditionalists who knowingly or unknowingly wish to remove any idea of progression in the spirituality department. The notion of a rapture comes from a novel called Left Behind. Quantum entanglement will tell you that there are timelines where this is a reality. This event has already hit those timelines and you can feel a difference because of it. A part of ourselves exists on these timelines and this connection will affect our subtle bodies. Uniting over a common enemy is never as powerful as uniting under a common goal. Your enemy's gaze is temporary, but your purpose can remain forever. Fooling someone into thinking they have a choice is not the same as respecting free will. This trap is a significant violation and thus will evoke the hand of divinity directly. Legion news. The Fae will be flashing across our eyes very frequently. They will be hard to catch in full view. Flashes of light will be tough to discern at first, but we will be better at discovering the differential as time goes on. The Vatican is holding items that rightfully belong to the legions. It is in their best interests not to continue to have such things. Past life memories are coming back as if they happened yesterday. If you wish to move it along even faster, connect with your past life and open up a dialogue. If you are not sure who they are, start to insist upon knowing this information. We are with Gaia. Our loyalty will always be with her and her divine will. The lower timelines will vary in many ways, but those who hold her firmly in their heart will always find their way. I was offered an opportunity to meet the Dalai Lama at Princeton University. The only condition was I had to pretend to be a Princeton University staff member. I declined this offer as I did not feel it was right to meet Buddha's incarnation at the time under these pretenses. I have now come to know this moment as a crossroads, a definite place where my path had two drastically different and precise roads. I am only stating this because we will all be at a similar crossroads with way more than two choices at hand. You must recognize the moment as it arrives. The tools for today's assignments are in the link in the description below, and the assignments for today are: it is pivotal that we stand ready with our spidey senses up for the next few days. We can see how we must rise above the division and help all sides see common ground. The monks of ancient days had a similar job, but we have a skill set they did not. You know the truth of this by the emotions that will rush in when you hear that you are the best of the best of whom has ever graced this earth. I can prove this proclamation with ease. This is the most crucial time in human history. Where are the great masters of old who answered the call? Our entrance and exit portals are still running optimally. Please continue to use them. As established as this timeline is, there are tons of missing aspects as it is still pretty raw. This situation is a perfect opportunity to weave threads of light into the timeline. Envision the following light beams radiating through the space-time reality in which we currently exist. Light, white, pink, light blue, gold, yellow, green, red, black, brown, teal, rose gold, silver, orange, indigo, violet, platinum, diamond, rainbow, ray lights, white ray, blue ray, yellow ray, pink ray, green ray, ruby ray, and violet ray. We expect a lot of you, but this task may be the most to ask. Do not look at physical reality. Look at what is behind it. Your battleground is only in the background. At this point, we have developed enough trust in our abilities to know that we are powerful beyond measure in this department. We are above all situations and must see our reality as such. Illuminate the backdrop of reality with the following lights: white, pink, light blue, gold, yellow, green, red, black, brown, teal, rose gold, silver, orange, indigo, violet, platinum, diamond, rainbow. To solidify this timeline engineering, we will implement a diamond light aura around the timeline. Cities and areas in need of violet flame bath: Kashmir, Mumbai, Valdez, Auckland, Munich, Berlin, Hamilton, Rio, Budapest, Raleigh, Atlanta, New York City, Trenton, Philadelphia, Phoenix, Mexico City, Madagascar, Hawaii, Stockholm, Hanoi, Osaka, Tokyo, Hong Kong, Nepal, New Orleans, Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, Brisbane, London, Budapest, Rio, Lima, and Rome. If you look in the night sky, you will notice the Pleiadian stars are predominant. Connect the 7 Pleiadian stars, which all have beautiful 12th dimensional temples inside of them. Tie them directly to the adjoining Earth temples with a platinum rainbow string once both sides are active by using direct golden lightning bursts to activate them. Connect Maya to the Chichen Itza temple of Cancun, Mexico. Connect Electra to the central temple at the Arctic Circle. Connect Alcyon to the temple at Crimea, Ukraine. Connect Taygete to the temple of Tuva, Siberia. Connect Asterope to Göbekli Temple in Turkey. Connect Seleono to main Atlantean Temple. Connect Merope to the Temple of Exmouth, Australia. People on the lower timelines are walking into a civil war. An orange flame and violet flame will take the edge off. This civil war is here to distract the masses, as the people's real enemy is still hiding in the shadows. Light up the shadows of the earth in the same way. Combining our efforts to build light prisms will have great results. If you pass reflected light through a prism, It rejuvenates the life force of a life form. We will be using the reflection of sunlight off the ocean's water to reflect light to a series of prisms around the border of all land masses. Place rainbow light prisms around all continents. They look exactly as they sound. Place prisms of rainbow light in the appropriate places. It is our contention that we ease the suffering of humanity. We cannot see any reason why it would not need to manifest with an increase in suffering to end suffering. We will ease the suffering of humanity by engulfing the earth with violet flame, emerald green plasma, pink flame, and rainbow plasma. For the sake of field research, astral travel to the following places to see how other planets live. We are doing this because many have asked our legions to be their point of reference and ambassadors. The challenge here is to learn about our extended family as much as possible and to make them as welcome as we can. Areas to travel to for your research purposes. Do not interfere. The 7 Pleiades stars, Arcturus constellation, Sirius A and B, the Orion constellation, Draco constellation, the Lyra constellation, and the Andromeda galaxy. Please note if you are triggered by going to any of these places and need to know that good and evil exist in all people, places, and things, you are not ready for this assignment. From the archangeliccalendar.com, and today from Gaia Portal, stations of the cutting edge establish. Fear roles of complicity are broken. Carriers of the higher message are recognized and followed. Cosmic energies are received in full. From GaiaPortal.wordpress.com. Today from the Tzolk'in Times. Kin 232, Yellow Spectral Human. Spectral is the name for the number 11, and its keywords are dissolve, release, and liberate. Let it all go is the motto for spectral days. Releasing will make you feel lighter. Today is Yellow Human, which represents free will, wisdom, and influence. We are all naturally intuitive and can channel wisdom at will. However, most folks have not tuned in to their own psychic abilities, and it lies dormant. On Yellow Human days, we are reminded to listen to that inner voice. It's good practice. Find a quiet spot, be mindful today, and see if you can open a dialogue with yourself. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Yellow Spectral Human, Kin 232, 16 November 2020, Dissolving Egoic Mind, Liberating Divine Will. 16/11/2020 equals 16/11/22 equals 733 equals 76 equal 13 equal 4. 33 to manifest the 73. 16 the tower struck by lightning, unforeseen events. 7 magic, mystic, spiritual initiation. 11 portal gate polarity. 22 master builder, architect of peace. 33 ascended master. 6 heaven Christ harmony. 4 angelic form earth foundation. Kin 232 equals 7 spiritual magic. We are now focused on infusing more divine light into our structure. Today is day 11 in the wave spell of Ish, the great white wind, who holds the power of spirit and communication, where we are becoming hollow vessels for spirit to communicate and operate through our being. In the last 3 days of the white wind wave spell, we are truly expanding our pure vessel to hold and integrate more of our divine self, which is absolutely perfectly aligned with the Kin 232, where we are releasing more of our divine wisdom to liberate divine will, stepping up into our full Christed golden light bodies. Today we are liberating divine will by using our free will to release more divine wisdom through aligning with Spirit's guidance, embodying more of our divine selves as we near completion of this holy cycle. Tone of creation, Spectral Tone 11 operates in the emotional realm, and its actions are that of dissolving, releasing, and liberating. Special actions are to dissolve emotional blocks and debris in order to liberate you and release you from the past. 11 is the process of disintegration, stripping away the layers down to your core essence. Unity, the great illuminator, is transforming patterns and structures, freeing you from things that no longer serve your emerging wholeness. With the spectral tone of 11, cherished ideals, beliefs, and images of all kinds are being brought up for you to re-examine, illuminate, and transform. Examine what appears dissonant in your life, then let it go. Bless your past, your pain and suffering, and release it forever. Going through your resistance and boundaries prepares a space for greater wisdom to flow unimpeded. As your facade crumbles and your walls come tumbling down, the true illumination of self bursts through. These are very powerful energies at work to create final closure, dissolving all impediments to you finally claiming and aligning with your divine self, your God self. Tone 11 symbolizes a gateway in polarity, inviting you to step through into a new, more divine reality filled with abundant opportunities. Connect with your higher wisdom, giving you the intelligence to carve a new path of liberation. Become empty so that your thirst may be quenched by the bounteous gifts poured from the chalice of the spiraling galaxies. The winds of change are blowing a gale today. Are you listening and are you transforming? God is knocking very loudly at your front door today. Can you hear him? Will you follow him into your home, your life, your mind, your body? Revelation 3:20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come into him and will dine with him and he with me. Your challenge today is to surrender to the will of Spirit. Surrender the struggle and invite Spirit to guide you through a beautiful embrace of self-remembrance. Today's question is, what do I need to dissolve in order to release more wisdom and liberate my divine mind? Am I ready to surrender to Spirit? Divine blessings for your divine soul's total liberation and exaltation today. In Lak'ech Ala Kin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 232, Yellow Spectral Human. The mantra, the code for today is, I dissolve in order to influence. Releasing wisdom, I seal the process of free will. With the spectral tone of liberation, I am guided by the power of my own power doubled. And on this powerful day of ascension and awakening, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below, what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your visions, your dreams, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below. And if you received any value, if you could give us a like and share this video with your network, I'd greatly appreciate that. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to also thank everyone for your support and pledges on Patreon and your donations. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Bro Star of the Light, Alan Kudlek, for your pledge and support on Patreon. I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Kathleen McCabe, for raising your pledge on Patreon. I'd like to thank also Divine Angel of the Light, Karen Faulkner, for your pledge and support on Patreon. I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Brittany O'Callaghan, for your pledge and support on Patreon. I'd like to also thank Divine Angel of the Light, D. Neufeld, for your pledge and support on Patreon. I'd also like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Anastasia Sylvia, for your pledge and support on Patreon. I greatly appreciate and am grateful for all of you, for your continued support, for your pledges, for supporting my mission and work. If you'd like to support my work and mission, you could do so at patreon.com/prime disclosure. We have that link in the description below. And as I said earlier, I'm not sure if I was clear that something new I'm going to be doing on my pinned comment at the top of every video. If you leave a question under that pinned comment, which is from myself, either Paul Butler or Prime Disclosure, which is thanking everyone for their support, and then a link to Patreon. If you leave a question under there, I'll only go back to yesterday's video and I'll pick 2 or 3 questions to answer at the end of the transmissions. But I'll only go back a day. I don't have time to go back multiple days, and with time limitation, I can only pick 1 to 3 questions a day to answer. So if you have a question for me, leave that under that pinned comment at the top. I'd like to thank also Divine Bro Star of the Light, Michael Lowry, for your donation today. Thank you, Bro Star of the Light. And I'd also like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Jan Corson, for your donation today. Thank you all of our angels for supporting My work and mission here, as the eagle flies with the condor in the west, to transmit and activate all of humanity with the codes of divine union, infinite abundance, and total freedom, forevermore. Aho. So I'm going to finish up today's transmission with a quick download that I received from our angelic realm, our higher dimensional beings of light, or Galactic Federation, on removing the archonic programming, which is a layer on top of the physical, which is the fear of being afraid, or being afraid of fear itself. Because now, in these final days of the false 3D matrix, the fear of fear is now being removed. It was an extra layer to the simulation to keep humanity in bondage and to create more illusion for the dark ones, for the nefarious beings, because it is disguised in many different ways. But now we know that there is nothing to fear, not even fear itself. Fear is here to protect the physical vessel. It served its purpose. But the extra layer of being afraid of fear has kept humanity in a lower frequency. Fear is not our enemy. Fear is a tool. Fear is a frequency. It is an emanation to teach and to make consciousness aware of our surroundings, aware of things that may harm us, so we accept and allow the fear to move through us, and we release, we let go. We are no longer afraid of fear. We are no longer afraid to feel the feelings that fear evokes. We accept and allow anything that fear raises within our consciousness, and we rise through those energies, and just beyond the pain, just beyond the suffering is the bliss. It is calling you home. Any feeling that you feel within your vessel is an emanation from the great central sun within, the still white magnetic light at the center of your essence, of your being. I call the soul star spark that we lower down into this realm, into this reality, into this simulation, to assist Gaia and to assist all consciousness in this great awakening and this rising up of frequency of energy into the 5D, 7D, 9D, into the 12, and ultimately 13, reunion with Source, as we tap into our 0-point energy of infinite light and infinite life. Science may call the singularity. It is the still center of infinite density. There are no labels or names that can experience it. These are all fingers pointing to the moon, concepts that point to the truth of the I Am presence that's here now in this body, experiencing this emanation, this resonance, sound manifest into light and light into form. And as we remember our true light bodies, our true emanation of light, we free ourselves and humanity from all simulations that no longer serve humanity or serve consciousness itself. So thank you for joining us on this great mission, and in this now we release and remove the fear of fear. One extra layer to dissolve and resolve, to allow us to activate our full potential and our creative genius that is our true nature. Have a beautiful and blessed day, great warriors of light. I love you all. Namaste.